have an event like this, do everything you can to get there and try to fish it.
All right, good morning folks. It is Nick Mulbauer here, and we got something special going on today. We have a bunch of water spilling into Ada Hayden, and I'm gonna try to take advantage of all the rain we've had. We have water coming into a lake where it's not normally coming in. That's somewhere that fish will likely stack up. Everything will stack up in areas like that. So we're gonna cast out there and see if we can't catch something today. So we're gonna take advantage of this special opportunity, and hopefully it will benefit us. So stay tuned, put it on the hat, and see what we can catch. All right guys, a couple casts in with the 110, Vision 110 jerkbait. As you can see, he got it all the way in his mouth. That was like third cast, guys. Get him unstuck and get him back. There we go, Vision 110 jerkbait bass, guys, third cast. Alright folks, so I had to change out quite a few things. It's definitely not the hot bite. It can be. So what I did is I sized down to a 1/16 ounce jig head and a Berkley gulp minnow, and that's kind of getting these fish to bite now. Having way better luck. I kind of want to stay with a fish presentation because I like the variety of fish I can catch. If I fish a worm, or I mean just like a Ned Rig or a Senko or something, I think that kind of limits me more to bass. But if I fish one of these little Berkley gulp minnows, I could catch a crappie or wiper, or just all the kinds of species that might be drawn in to these areas. So that's why I'm fishing a little minnow, but they're definitely not taking larger lures right now. So I've just been switching in and out because I know there should be fish concentrated here. There's another one. 2 casts in a row. Like I said, I know they're concentrated here. I just gotta find out what they want. And there's another largemouth there. So that kind of goes to show that there definitely are fish here. It's just a matter of figuring out what kind of lure they want. Right now they definitely want that lure downsize. So fishing that 2.5-inch Berkley minnow is getting the job done today. So there you go, 2.5-inch Berkley gulp minnow is what that is, guys. Scent infused. It's a really good lure for panfish, crappie, even big bluegill. Bass like it too on days where they don't want larger baits. There's another one, guys, a smaller one. Right there. And how I'm fishing this 2.5-inch minnow, it does have an exposed hook here. It's too small for me to really be able to make it weedless. So I'm fishing it really slow. And, you know, that's all the action I need with these fish's behavior to get them to bite. But I'm more or less fishing it really slow because there's a lot of riprap submerged down here. And with that exposed hook, I want to be able to just lightly bounce it and tap it off bottom without embedding that wire hook too bad, so I can pull it out of snags. But just working it really slow and doing very small pops, it gets those fish to bite, and it also is good at evading those snags. So just fish these light wire hooks really slow and start reeling them in. There's another bite there. And when you have a feeling that these fish are all congregated in one area, you know there's fish likely present, but they're not biting. Just switch lures around until you find something that they find appealing. Because I fished a Ned Rig this morning, a jerk bait, soft plastic jerk bait of a larger size similar to this, and it seems like they like that 2.5-inch size this morning. It's a bit calmer this morning. We got some good light penetration. The sun's high in the sky, so I think that smaller lure is just enough, but it's not too much again. Smallmouth, good one. All right, folks, you got a smallie, a decent one there. 16 probably, 17. Beautiful smallie. Ash out there just caught a wiper. So like I said, situations like this really congregate fish, and it's a lot of fun.
When there's a heavy rainfall event, do everything you can to get out and take advantage of that, guys. When there's an area where you know a ton of water is spilling into a lake or pond or reservoir or retention pond in a suburb, like if you know water is spilling into that, fish that area where that current is created, because it provides a really unique opportunity to really dig into some interesting fish and just fish of a different caliber, guys. You just don't know what's gonna happen, particularly when you have events like that. They're very special, rare events that really allow you to have the opportunity to see what a lake can produce, and you might come up with some real surprises. This particular day was kind of a slow day, but the previous day, it was lights out, guys. The water was coming in, it was rising, the current was a lot stronger, a lot more debris was coming into that lake. And my buddy Ash there, who was out on the boat the prior day, he broke his PB twice on wipers. He caught a 24-inch, and then I think the second one he thought was around 28 inches out of Ada Hayden. That's his PB on a fly rod. Saw him do it. It was wild. And I caught a 14-inch crappie. That was my lake PB for Ada Hayden. I caught a 14-inch crappie, and we doubled up on crappies and bass, lights out bass, like every 3 or 4 casts, guys, 5 casts, insane. So when you have an event like this, do everything you can to get there and try to fish it. If you have a spot that you know of that has similar features and can provide similar conditions. So long story short, hard rainfall events, when that water starts really trickling into those lakes, get to that spot, find the lure they want, and fish it, because it can be really special. That's all I got for you guys. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, and some dude caught a walleye out of Ada Hayden. A walleye. I've never in my years of fishing seen a walleye come out of Ada Hayden.